that time of the week where I talk about stuff on the internet.
Hey guys, gals, and warrior princesses of all ages and genders. Today is Talkthrough Thursday. Yeah, Talkthrough Thursday. And we're going to be talking Oath of the Gatewatch. I don't know if I've mentioned this before on Twitter or on Snapchat, Instagram. Me and Andrew went to the pre-release. For Oath of the Gatewatch, where I got this swag, so that was pretty cool. We built decks and we played, and we lost, which is okay because we had a really good time. We lost one, won one, drew one, and lost one. And our first two games went to turns, and I think it was my deck's fault. But what I'm actually going to be talking about today is some of the cards that we've pulled since Oath of the Gatewatch has launched, and the deck that I built out of our pre-release pool. Because Andrew went to the pre-release twice and I went once with him. So out of our pool of cards, I built a deck, this deck. And I'm pretty happy with it and I want to talk about it with you. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. It is a blue-green deck. I initially made a black-white deck and it didn't seem very fun. So I switched it to a white-green deck and it was a little bit more fun, but I really like to play blue. I like removal. I think that green and blue pair well together in the sense that green has a lot of really good big creatures and blue does the removal spells that green does not have. I pulled Kiora in my first Battlefield in the Car Crack-a-Pack. I got it in my stocking and I pulled her. She is a 4/4/4, two generic mana, 1 green, 1 blue. Her +1 ability is untap up to 1 creature, target creature, and up to 1 target land. Her -2 ability is reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Her -8 ability is you get an emblem with whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it fight target creature. Then put 3 8/8 blue octopus creature tokens onto the battlefield. So I actually kind of created this deck for her, around her, but I used mostly Oath of the Gatewatch cards because I wanted to use a lot of new stuff and I was pretty excited about it. So my top end for this deck were I had 2 Eldrazi Devastators, a Bane of Balaged, and a Void Grafter. The Eldrazi Devastator is 8 generic mana, it's trample, it's an 8/9. The Bane of Balaged is 7 generic mana. Whenever Bane of Balaged attacks defending player exiles 2 permanents he or she controls, it's a 7/5. And Void Grafter is 1 generic mana, 1 green, 1 blue, devoid and flash. When Devoid Grafter enters the battlefield, another target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn, and it's a 2/4. And so those are my Eldrazi top end, and then my green top end was Embodiment of Insight, 4 generic mana and a green. Vigilance, land creatures you control have vigilance. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target land you control become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It's still a land, and it's a 4/4. And I do have a lot of cards that turn my land into 3/3 creatures or 2/3 creatures. I think it's mostly 3/3 creatures. So this works really well. The land creatures you control have vigilance. It synergizes really well with the cards that create land creatures. And then I had this Saddleback Lagak for 3 generic mana and a green. It's a lizard creature. When Saddleback Lagak enters the battlefield, support 2. Support 2 is a new mechanic for Oath of the Gatewatch. It's put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures. It's a 3/1, but this actually packs a really big punch if I have any of my top end already on the field, or like a 2/3 becomes a 3/4. I can put +1/+1 on up to 2 creatures, which I really like. This was a really good card, and this did me really good when we played Magic here. And then I had Seed Guardian, who's 2 generic mana, 2 green. He's got reach. When Seed Guardian dies, put an XX green elemental creature token onto the battlefield, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. I can't speak apparently. That card is really good. The only problem I run into with this card is that a lot of the Eldrazi exile your creatures instead of putting them to your graveyard. So I played a game where I had all of my creatures exiled as opposed to in my graveyard, so I got nothing. Like, it wasn't worth, I mean, it's 4 for 3/4 with reach, which is already quality, but when it dies, put an XX green elemental creature, I didn't get to really make use of that because all of my creatures were exiled. And then I had Tarjuru, Path Warden, Elf Warrior Ally, Vigilance Trample, 4 generic mana, 1 green, and she is a 5/4. And of course that's Vigilance Trample, 5/4. It's a quality card. So those are kind of the cards that, like, and then of course Kiora. There's a couple of others, like I have a couple Eldrazi Devastators and that sort of thing in this deck, and a couple of cards that support, etc. But I think I built a pretty interesting deck. But I kind of built this deck around Kiora, and my good friend Josh drew the new Nissa card, and he gave it to me. So now I have to build a deck around Nissa, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with that yet because I have not done any research. I just was really excited and kind of fangirled over getting Nissa because I love Lady Planeswalkers. They're my fave. I love hardcore women that kick butt. They're bang. So that was this deck. Let me show you the Nissa that he pulled. So this is our mine and Andrew's combined. What's it called? What's it called, Andrew?
What?
Our binder.
A rare binder?
Yeah, our rare binder. So these are all of our rare cards and our foils. Let me see if I can find Nissa for you so that I can talk a little bit about her. And then there was a couple of other cards that I pulled that I want to talk about that I didn't get a chance to use because I didn't have the pool of cards to support them. The 2 pre-release promo cards that me and Andrew pulled. Andrew pulled Sifter of Skulls. It's 3 generic mana and a black Eldrazi creature with Devoid, which means that it has no color if you didn't know what Devoid meant. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi style creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrifice this creature. Add colorless to your mana pool. And it's a 4/3. So, and I'll probably show you close-ups, but that is what he pulled. And I pulled Captain's Claws, 2 generic mana. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a 1/1 core ally creature token onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Equip 1. So I actually saw Kathleen DeVere play this on their Oath of the Gatewatch post pre-release beatdown, and it worked really, really well with her core ally deck that she built. I really wanted to build a core ally deck, but we did not have the cards to support that, and her use of this card was amazing. I think this is the only equipment card that came out in the set that's gonna be quality, at least from what I've seen. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. You know. And then I pulled Oath of Nissa. It's 1 green, it's a legendary enchantment. When Oath of Nissa enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast planeswalker spells. Now, Andrew does not think this is going to be a good card. I, however, disagree. I think that being able to pull a creature, land, or planeswalker from the top 3 cards of your deck is an incredible, it's an incredible advantage. Not to mention that you can cast a planeswalker with any color. Like for planeswalker decks, like I like building decks around planeswalkers such as Pure and Nissa, and I think this is going to be really beneficial in my Nissa deck Now, I did pull 2 of them. I did pull 2, but I'm just showing you the one. This is what it looks like. I'll do a close-up if that's not helpful. But I wanted to put it in one of my decks, and he was like, no, it's not that good. And I had to make cuts, so I cut it, but I'm really happy that I did, because now I can put it in my Nissa deck. I don't tend to like to overlap too much with my decks. I like to have a new experience every time I play something, so. Oath of Nissa, that was that. And then I pulled Eily, I think that's how you say her name, Eily, Eternal Pilgrim. It's a 1 white, 1 black legendary creature, core cleric with Death Touch. 1 generic mana, sacrifice another creature, you gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. 1 generic mana, 1 white, 1 black, sacrifice another creature, exile target non-land permanent, activate this ability only if you have at least 10 life more than your starting life total. I think that's good. This is kind of what I wanted my black-white deck to be built around, and we did build an okay one, but it just didn't seem fun. There was no synergy, it wasn't a lot of life gain, it wasn't a lot of life take away. It was kind of just a really mechanical deck. I don't know how to describe it, as opposed to it didn't seem interesting, it didn't seem fun. And I want to build a really fun deck centered around this card and this card. See that transition? I'm good at this. This is Felidar Sovereign. It's 4 generic mana, 2 white. Creature, Cat Beast. I love that, Cat Beast. It's a 4/6, Vigilance lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. I want more than one of this, and I want to put it in a deck, and I want that to happen. I want that mechanic to work, and I want to win a game using it. Like, I think that's so cool, and I think it'll be so funny and interesting. For the memes, man, for the memes. So those two I kind of want to put in a deck together. I don't know how well they'll work together. They both are kind of like life gain beneficial, so we'll see, but those are kind of the 2 major cards I would like to build a black-white deck around. Now, for the thing I've been most excited about. Nissa, Voice of Zendikar. She is a 1 generic mana for 2 green, Planeswalker. She comes in at 3. It's not like 3. It's not like life total, but it's her life total. It's like 3. What's it called? She comes in with 3 like loyalty counters. So she comes in with 3 loyalty. That's what I'm getting at. She's 1 generic mana, 2 green, 3 loyalty. Her +1 ability puts a 0 green plant creature token onto the battlefield. Her -2 ability puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. Her -7 ability, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of lands you control. I think this will be really good in a landfall land deck. A lot of green decks tend to be centered around getting land, getting a lot of land, getting our creatures out. I want to get a couple of good top-end green creatures as opposed to Eldrazi. And yeah, and build a deck and stomp on people. I think it'll be really fun, but that is her. And I will talk to you guys about my draft experience, probably in a few videos. I've got some ideas for Talkthrough Thursdays coming up, so it may not be the next Talkthrough Thursday or the next one, but it'll definitely be sometime in the near future. So yeah, thanks for watching. I had a good time. I love talking Magic. It's really fun. Hey Andrew, is there anything you'd like to say about your pre-release experience?
No. I don't think.
Cool. Alright, if any of you are interested in a video about our rare binder and what cards we have and, you know, how we organize it or anything like that, how we organize our cards in general, just let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, any suggestions for Talkthrough Thursdays, some criticism. I only take negative comments in the form of slam poetry. If it's not slam poetry, I ain't taking it. It's getting deleted. If you got something to say, say it. But say it in rhyme. Because that's how we flow. Here at Jamie Jammer. Here at Jammer Beauty Plus. when you are a new face to a place, sometimes people assume you don't know what you're doing. And that only happened to me one time when I was there. So when I play Magic, I have my hand and I face my card towards my opponent, especially in a pre-release or draft setting where we're not all familiar with the cards, or maybe some of us did more research than others, so that my opponent can read my card. I know what my cards are. I know what my card does. My opponent may not necessarily know what my card does. So I've always played it that. Since I started, I face my card towards my opponent because instead of them turning it and twisting it and messing with it, they can just read it and it's fine, it's not a thing. But I had this one guy, I played my first card and I faced it towards him, and he reached over onto my field and turned my card back towards me, and I was like, okay, you know, he read it, thought I wanted it this way, so I turn it back to face him, and I put my arm back, and he reaches over to my field again and turns back around, as he turns around, I go, no, I do it on purpose, please don't touch my cards. And he kind of got really salty and really frustrated, and he started he was like that, he kind of well, that's not good, or he mumbled about how that's not how you do it or whatever. And I guess it's kind of odd, but I find it to be more convenient, it's how I play. But that was the one instance in which somebody kind of assumed I didn't know what I was doing and went to fix it for me, and it's not an incorrect thing, it's not how you play, it's just how personal preference, it's a personal preference. I prefer to face my cards towards my opponent, and I tilted him a little bit by telling him not to touch my stuff. But that guy was all up in his partner's grill, playing cards for him, playing mana for him, it was really bad. They beat us because that one guy who had years and years of experience brought his friend who was only been playing for a couple weeks, and he played both decks, against us. He played for his friend, and that's kind of took away from the experience a little bit.